earlier one of the prettiest views in high school football from this press box down here is the foothills of the mountains across the way behind the visitor stands.
This will be a real pretty view in October.
Oh yeah, it would be awesome if we played it later in the year like we used to.
It'd be great.
Looking down below, Polk County all red tonight. Red jerseys, red helmets, red football pants, white numbers trimmed in blue, with the sacred P of Polk County on each side of the helmet.
Looks like Coach Rusty Brewers went old school and went back to the 70s and 80s look for Polk County. The stripes down the side of the red pants and the shoulder stripes. Looks good. I'll say it. It looks good.
I like it. And the Chargers are all white football pants, white jerseys, Columbia blue numbers trimmed in navy, white football helmets with the central C, similar to that Chicago Bears C. Columbia blue stripe trimmed in navy and white face mask for the Chargers. Polk County has won the toss. They have deferred, and there was debate if we had won the toss, we were going to take the football or not the other night when I was up there at and they never take it.
Oh, really?
So they actually debated taking the football had we won the toss the other night at the little coaches meeting I have every week. You do a little recording of pregame shows and kicking back and talking a little football.
Todd, a little side note, on the sign across the way where it says the Evil Empire Strikes Back, I've got it on good authority. Polk County has referred to us as the Evil Empire all week, and at today's pep rally, they had Darth Vader wearing a Central jersey, and some cat, I guess he's Luke Skywalker, comes out and kills him and rips off his Polk County
jersey. That's a pretty good. I like that.
So, and that's why we're in the Stormtrooper look tonight, and I've been told that we may even come out to the Death Star, the Darth Vader theme music tonight. So,
that would be awesome if the band would pull that off.
A little play on the drama here. And they're playing it as we speak, Todd.
It says your worst nightmare has arrived on the side as the team runs out onto the football field.
And for our fans listening at home, that is sign number 2. We had a different sign, but Coach Davis give it the axe.
And we can't share what that one was.
No, we're not going to get into that one.
It wasn't profane, but it wasn't something that he wanted to have celebrated. To statistical leaders for the Chargers this year, throwing the football, which has been almost non-existent passing game. Nate Austin, 4 of 11 through the air, 16 yards, 1 interception on the ground. The 2 rushing leaders are Jordan Ledford, 53 carries, 313 yards, 1 touchdown, but he's fumbled the football 4 times, 5.91 yards per carry for Jordan Ledford. Really good between the 20s, but we're turning it over too much, Chris, as you said. Jace Derrick, 36 carries, 160 yards, a solid 4.44 yards per carry from the fullback position. Leading receiver, well, it had to be Junior Grubb. He has 1 catch for 18 yards, averaging 18 yards, obviously, per catch.
Nice job, Junior.
Return game's been solid as well, but we fumbled 2 of those as well, Chris. We're averaging 22 yards a return, but we fumbled it. Central is kicking to start the game, receiving to start the game. And they were going to probably take the football had they won the toss anyway. Central will be moving toward Benton, which is to the south.
Left or right on your radio dial.
And Polk County will be moving to the north toward Etowah, which is
right to left on your radio dial.
To the north. They're defending the south end zone is Polk County. Back deep for the Chargers, Reed and Farrar. Farrar to the right, Reed to the left. Broadcasting with the windows open tonight.
Got a good breeze going coming off the foothills of Star Mountain.
Here's the kick is away, an end-over-end kick will be fielded by Reed at his 17-yard line. He fumbles the football, it's on the ground. I think Polk County's on it. Reed muffed the kick. And Reed has set Polk County up in excellent field position.
Todd, there are a few times in my 48 years that I have been speechless. This is one of them. We just talked about that in the opening play. We fumble it and give it right to him.
Wonder if he's thinking about playing quarterback before he returned the kick.
It looked like he had to run up and catch it. He caught it on the run. He may have looked up before he had it secured. Polk County starting good field position on their own 26, it looks like.
At the Central.
Central 26, correction. I'm sorry about that.
At the Central 20, they're going to give him the 25, it appears, so we'll say that's the 25-yard line. Quarterback under center. Here's the handoff. Hit in the backfield and snowed under.
Nothing. That was Ryland Ridge coming in from his defensive end position, and a host of Chargers followed him.
So Burgess loses back to the 28-yard line, loss of 3 on the play.
59, Travis Burns was in there as well, as long as 75, Jackson Locke. Good job by the Charger front.
They talked about simplifying the assignments for Travis Burns. He's too athletic to be thinking too much.
And there's a lot to that. There really is.
And I think he's been given a gap and been told to hit that gap, and that's going to be his assignment for the night. Under center again, quarterback Cronin. And we have a jump, and the Chargers have given them the yardage back, it appears. Went with a hard count. So 2 mistakes in the first 3 plays, Chris.
I've seen this movie before, Todd. We make a good play, and then we hurt ourselves with a penalty right after it.
So now it's 2nd down and 8 at the Charger 23-yard line for Polk County. 11 minutes, 13 seconds. If you're just joining us, Ezra Reed fumbled the opening kickoff. That set Polk County up 1st and 10 at the Charger 25. A loss of 3 on first down, set up 2nd and 13, but now the Chargers have jumped offside, setting up 2nd and 8 at the Central 23-yard line. Cronin's under center, the freshman quarterback. Here's the handoff. Here comes the end around with the wing back. Trying to get it outside. He's forced back inside by Cox.
Fumble on the play, Todd.
Ball was loose, and there's a whistle, and that's going to be a personal foul penalty, I believe, against Polk County. Somebody threw a punch.
Is it not against us for excessive celebration?
Well, it may be that as well. Looks like
Sorry, Todd. Good job of Novice Cox stringing that play out and allowing his teammates to run the jet.
It is against the Chargers.
Yes. We had a little bit celebrating going on.
So that was the play stands. Gain of 1 on the play. Or actually, no. What did he lose back to? Well, no.
He come back.
He lost 2 yards on the play.
Now, I'm going to say something here about this penalty, Todd. The line judge on this side that threw the flag, the excessive celebration was happening behind him. How did he know what was going on to throw that flag?
Must have been language instead.
Could have been.
So this is going to be a 15-yard penalty, setting up 1st and 10 for Polk County now at the Central 12-yard line. And I want to tell you, Mr. Davis along the sidelines over there is not happy with penalties.
Oh, I guarantee he's not. I don't think there's anybody wearing a blue shirt that's happy with penalties.
Run up the middle. Nice gain that time on first down. That was Burgess. He'll make his way down to the Charger 7-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play for Burgess.
There was Nate Austin again coming up from his free safety position, making a good tackle in the open field. He's made a boatload of those this year, Todd, and thank goodness because he's made a lot of touchdown-saving tackles, and that was one of them.
So Cronin goes under center. Burgess and Williams, the running backs. Burgess playing fullback. Williams, the tailback. Here's the handoff. It's Burgess. Burgess loses the football. It'll be falling on. Back to the 9-yard line. That'll be a loss of 2. We'll give the quarterback with a loss on that one since he was made a bad handoff.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Was Burgess expecting the handoff?
It's almost like he wasn't. I mean, you got to wonder if they ran the wrong play.
Something was going on.
So 3rd down and 7 now at the Charger 9-yard line for Polk County.
Burgess looked like he was going in to block.
9 minutes, 37 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Central fumbled the opening kickoff, setting Polk County up. Had made a couple of good defensive plays, and they've had 2 defensive penalties after each of those good defensive plays, and so that's why Polk County's down here at the 9-yard line. Now we have a whistle and timeout on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM.
0.5 WYGO.
Welcome back to Larry G. Davis Football Complex on the campus of Polk County High School. Not often that a visiting coach has a stadium named after.
You know what? I got to thinking, is this the first time? Have you ever heard of this?
I'm trying to think back if there's any. No, I don't think so. But Wesley Duckle just pointed out that 3 of Polk County's 4 plays from scrimmage have been for negative yardage. But Central penalties has set them up. Inside handoff. Burgess has a shot at the end zone. He's in the end zone.
Right up the middle, A gap or the 2-hole for us old. Wasn't even touched. Way too easy.
Touchdown, Burgess. Gain of 9. Well, that was a positive yard.
That was positive, no doubt.
So they only had to go 14 yards thanks to Central penalties on that possession. They set up at Central's 25. 2 defensive penalties set them up with 3rd and 7 at the Central 9. And Burgess takes it into the end zone, and Polk County leads it here 6-0. 9:19 to go in the first quarter.
So not even 3 minutes play, Todd. We've had a turnover and 2 penalties, 3 penalties?
Yep.
Same song, different verse.
Jace Gorman in to kick for Polk County. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Almost blocked it. It was blocked.
blocked.
Nate Austin blocked it from his belly.
He did. Nate got through, stumbled, and then just laying on his stomach, like you said, just raised up his arm and blocked the kick.
So Central trails 6-0. We'll take a 30-second break. Listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM.
If you enjoy working with
Welcome back to Benton, Tennessee, Polk County High School, Larry G. Davis Football Complex, where the Chargers trail Polk County 6-0 after fumbling the opening kick. And Austin's going to be back there to return this one, Chris.
They made a change. It sure is. They've already made a change. Well, so be it. I mean, it's now the time, boys. You're going to have to start being held accountable. We're killing ourselves. We're our own worst enemy.
And Polk County will get the ball to start the second half.
Absolutely.
So we've basically given them 2 possessions.
And
they were offsides on that one, and it's going to have to kick it over. That was a little chaotic, out of sorts.
The kicker looked like he was trying to do the 2-step, and the rest of the team was doing the Harlem Shuffle, it looked like.
So that'll move them back 5 yards. They'll kick off from the 35.
We'll call it the Benton Shuffle.
And are they going to move it back or not? Yeah.
There we go.
He's like, you move it back. Move your tee, please, said the referee down below. It's not actually the referee. It's one of the side judges. But now from the 35-yard line, Gorman going to take his shot at kicking it deep to the Chargers. 9:19 to go in the first quarter. Polk County on top 6-0.
Todd, with our offensive struggles this year, that 5 yards, that's huge for us. We'll take every bit of help we can get.
Here's the kick. Be fielded by Nate Austin at the 22-yard line. Across the 25 to the 30. Breaks a tackle there, trying to make it to the outside to the 35. He's to the 40, knocked out of bounds. They're going to mark him out at the 45-yard line. 23-yard return for Nate Austin, and Central will have excellent field position to start this possession.
Good run by Nate Austin. Looked like Polk County got away with the face mask there. The initial hit on him turned his head to the side. I thought we might have seen a flag, but we didn't.
Chargers make their way onto the field. Talk has been that Ezra Reed will be the quarterback, and he is in there calling the signals. Nate Austin in at wingback. And I believe Farrar's on the sidelines, so he's not going to be at the split position yet.
Well, Nate went off after his kickoff return, and then they sent him right back in. But it looks like we're starting out in that power eye Those 3 running backs, I like this, Todd.
Here's the pitch left side to Ledford. Ledford has the edge. To the 45, to the 50, to the 45. Flag on the play, however, and it's in an area where holding is generally the call with no need to hold there.
As soon as Jordan got the ball, the flag was coming out.
It is holding, and it'll be a 10-yard penalty against the Chargers. So now 3 penalties already against Central.
I'm not even going to talk about them, Todd. I'm tired of talking about them. We'll talk about something else if you want.
If they keep this up, we won't have anything else to talk about. First, it's going to be first down and about 18, it appears.
I remember a particular basketball game last year at Bradley County. We was discussing 80s TV shows at one point.
Well, hopefully it doesn't get to that point tonight.
Unless we're ahead.
Yeah, if we're ahead, we can talk about 70s TV shows if you want to. We're going to move it all the way back to the 36-yard line. So it's actually first and 19 at Central's 36 after the holding penalty. Ledford would have had the football at Polk County's 40. Instead, we're at our own 36. That's 24 yards difference. And now we have another whistle.
Flag.
What's this one? Is it offside defense?
It is.
Offsides defense, so there'll be a 5-yard penalty, Polk.
Thank you, Polk. We'll take it. Todd, we've touched the football twice. We've had a turnover and a penalty. The 2 times that we've actually had the football in our possession.
Offsides, Polk County.
So now it's going to be first down and 14 from the Central 41-yard line. There have already been 4 penalties called tonight, 3 on Central, 1 on Polk County.
And now we're back in the wing tee.
Here's the handoff. Bouncing it out left side is Derrick. He's at the 50, the 45, 40, down the sideline to the 30, 25, still on his feet. Brought down finally inside the 10-yard line. Huge run by Jace Derrick of 50 yards.
Give the left side of the offensive line credit, Todd. Jace took the ball on the fullback dive right between the left guard and left tackle, and he wasn't touched until he got 20, 30 yards down the field.
Make it 51 yards to the Polk County 8-yard line.
The 2 plays we have gotten the run, Todd, it looks like our blocking has vastly improved.
So Booski at center, Reed under center. Back to the power eye look. Handoff left side. That's Ledford. Lowers his head. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Just power football over the left guard, and Jordan Ledford just runs over 2 or 3 Polk County guys. I know Derek Davis told me back in the summer that in this particular game alone, Jordan was going to get the ball because he knew Polk County didn't have anybody that could bring him down.
So touchdown, Ledford. That'll even the score at 6.
And here comes our new place kicker, Cooper Soulsby.
So Soulsby will be in to attempt the extra point. Didn't get a chance to make a place kick last week due to turnovers and
penalties.
You should come up with a rap song, Chris. Turnovers and penalties.
Get somebody to lay the beat down. I may have to.
Austin to hold. Here's the kick. Soulsby's kick is up. And it is
no good.
Off to the right. Tied at 6 in Polk County. Back in 30 seconds. Listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM. Welcome back to Polk County. Chargers tied it up with the Wildcats. Polk County was set up with good field position when Central fumbled the opening kick. They only had 25 yards to go, and Central gave them 15 or 20 yards of penalties practically for the en route to getting to the end zone. And the Chargers go 2 plays, 55 yards, and actually ended up being 59 yards thanks to penalties once again, and tied the game at 6. 8:02 remaining here in the first quarter.
Did Central have more penalty yards than Polk County offensive yards?
Yeah, by far. They only had to go 14 yards in offense. Here's the kick.
Good kick, Hud.
Hud gets a good kick, and it's going to roll inside the 4-yard line where it's picked up, back to the 10. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15-yard line. Returning the football was Zachary Chrisman.
Great coverage by the Chargers down there. Number 30, Griffin Harrell, and great kick by Hud Cox. That ball went inside the 5 down to the 4. And when the Polk County receiver picked it up, he was just covered in white jerseys.
We're going to say the 13-yard line, 9-yard return for Polk County. So now field position has been flipped.
Very much so.
And into the game under center quarterback Stephen Cronin.
Now be a good time for that defensive line for the penetration they had the first possession Polk County had.
Here's the handoff up the middle. Burgess, he's hit at the line.
Absolutely nothing. Good job in there.
They're actually going to give him forward progress. And then we have.
That better be offsetting. Tristan Castillo was wrestling with his blocker, and that if that's against Tristan, that's not a good call.
So we have one flag down.
Back to the play, though. Good job in there by 75, Jackson Locke, clogging up that side and stopping the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage.
And nope, it's only against Central.
That's a horrible call. They both deserve a flag. We deserve the flag, but so does Polk County. That should be offsetting.
So a 1-yard run for Burgess. And then now there's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
I seen the whole thing from our vantage point, Todd, and they were chicken fighting after the play, but it was both players.
So that's going to give Polk County now the football at their own 30-yard line. 7:48 to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 6.
Rogers tires. Located at 127. Bill line on the end of Oakwood. That's a Rogers.
So Cronin under center.
First down.
Snap. Handoff, right side, Burgess, hit at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward, will make his way out to the 33-yard line for a gain of 3.
Rylan Ridge coming in from his defensive end position, and Jay Derrick from his linebacker position on the tackle.
In the 34, gain of 4 on the play.
Well, I didn't realize he gained that much.
Burgess got some power.
He does.
6'2", 190 senior, Timothy Burgess. Listed as a linebacker. So apparently primarily a defensive player, but due to injuries, he's going to be running back. Inside handoff to the fullback, and he's brought down by right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Brought down by number 16, Brandon Webb,
who's playing inside linebacker now. That was number 26, Zachary Chrisman, on the carry.
Good job by Brandon Webb on the blitz from his inside linebacker position.
3rd down and 6 for the Chargers. Good time to get off the field if we can avoid making a penalty.
You stole my thunder, Todd.
So Cronin makes his way in with the play call. Tied at 6. 6:38 to go here in the first quarter. Chargers and Wildcats. What was for years the season finale back in the old District 5AA days. Now played game 4. Back to pass is Cronin. Out in the flat, complete at the 40-yard line, out beyond the 45. Makes his way out near, they're going to give him the 47. Gain of 13 on the play. That was Chrisman with the catch.
Jacob Alloway on the coverage, Todd, and it looked like he just got lost out in the open field, and Cronin just lofted the ball over his head to the receiver for a nice gain.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. They started out at their 13 thanks to a 15-yard penalty that probably should have been offsetting, but instead it was against the Chargers. And then now with a 13-yard pass play have made their way out to the 47-yard line. 5:57 to go in the the first quarter. We're tied at 6.
Another prime example, Todd, of how the Chargers, they're their own worst enemy.
So under center, Cronin. Blitz. But they make it through the initial line of scrimmage, get beyond the 50-yard line. Nice gain on that play.
It was a nice gain for all the confusion in the backfield. It looked like Cronin had to double step, wait for his running back to get there, and the running back acted like he didn't want the ball.
That was Williams with the carry. He makes his way into Charger territory, gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 for Polk County at Central's 49-yard line. And Gavin Dunkel enters the game at tight end, wearing number 82. I don't know if that's going to be forever or if that's just for tonight.
Big, powerful kid Gavin Dunkel is.
So under center is Cronin. Man in motion. Hand off to the wing back, cuts it around. He has the 1st down and more as he makes his way into Charger territory. And brought down at the 41-yard line for a gain of 8 on the play. That was number 11, Nathaniel Martin.
And before you ask, no relation. Of course, if he keeps running like that, he'll be a cousin before the night's over.
So nice gain there. About 3 yards after contact, and made it down to the Charger 41-yard line. Time for the defense to do something.
Absolutely.
Since Wesley Dunkel pointed out that 3 out of 4 plays have been for negative yardage, they've not lost a yard.
Wesley Dunkel is no longer allowed to talk during the game.
Here we go. Inside handoff. That's Burgess. Inside the 40-yard line. He's going to be brought down at the 39 for a gain of 2 on the play.
Novice Cox is laying the wood on that play. My goodness.
So 2nd down and 8 for Polk County at the Charger 39-yard line. 4 minutes, 1 second remaining in the first quarter. Tied at 6. Chargers fumble the opening kickoff, set Polk County up the short field. They punched it in after helped by 2 Charger penalties. There have been 2 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalties against the Charger defense tonight. One was early in this drive that allowed Polk County to get out of the shadow of their end zone. Then we have I thought that was offside. They didn't call it. Trying to bounce it out to the left side. Now he's in trouble in the backfield and finally going to be brought down should be for a loss on the play back to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Novice Cox doing a good job over here from his outside linebacker, keeping the containment and allowing help come from his teammates. The big 77, his brother Hud Cox, chasing it down from behind along with 26, Jace Derrick.
Carrying the football that time was Levin Hars, who lost a yard, number 10. Back to the 40-yard line. It's going to make it 3rd down and 9 now.
All right, guys, right here. No penalties. No busted coverages in the secondary. In my best rock voice, know your role.
So Cronin under center. Split wide out to the right is Preston Higgins. Pitch right.
And right on cue, a penalty flag.
And it's going to be
that's on Polk County.
Motion against Polk County.
Todd, I believe our student section has brought out the lightsabers on the Evil Empire Strikes Back night.
Excellent. You got to like it.
If the X-Wing fighter lands back behind the stadium, I'll be really impressed.
And if Darth Vader's TIE fighter comes from over the mountain,
absolutely.
I'm passing out.
And the sad part is none of these kids that were broadcasting were even alive when all that come out.
No. Some of their parents weren't alive. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true, too.
The 70s is when Star Wars started.
Yeah.
So Cronin goes under center. Back to pass is Cronin. He's under pressure. Dumps it up. They had a screen set up, a middle screen to Burgess. And Burgess is going to be brought down after a gain on the play of 7 yards.
Well defended there by Novice Cox and Nate Austin.
So it should bring up 4th down and 7 from the central 38-yard line. And they are going to punt it away.
Good job by the defense. That's more like it, guys.
When I realized they'd set up a screen, I was concerned.
I was too, and it looked like 75, Jackson Locke, may for a split second was going to just jump right into an interception, but they lofted it over his head, and then I'm like you, when I seen it was a screen, I thought, oh no. Because we had 4 or 5 guys just right on the quarterback.
Yeah, we have a whistle. And Chargers want timeout.
Derek Davis is not happy about something.
So we're going to take a break. Back in 30 seconds. Listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM.
WYGO, Madisonville, Sweetwater, Athens.
2:48 to go here in the first quarter. Polk County has had the football for 5 minutes, 14 seconds on this possession. They were going to punt it away at the Charger 38-yard line. So Chargers need a good return here to avoid being backed up.
This would be a good time for Isaiah to get his first of the year.
Almost got a block by Novice Cox on the high snap. Gets the kick away. And Farrar lets it land, but it takes a central roll. Then we have a whistle. A flag behind the play.
There was 7 Polk County guys down in the ball, no central guy around, and they throw a flag in the middle of the Polk County kids.
Must be a block in the back against the Chargers. Has to be.
Who were they blocking? There was nobody around.
That is true. And it was.
And you called it.
Well, I know where we are.
Well, you said it. I was saving that comment for 2 weeks from tonight, but anyway.
So that punt was at the 9. So a 29-yard punt, 5-yard penalty, or half the distance penalty against the Chargers.
Half of Polk County's team is standing around the punt, waiting for it to roll so they can stop it dead. Not a central player in the area code, and they throw a flag for blocking the back.
So with 2:39.
And can you have a block in the back if there's no return?
Yeah, you can.
Evidently you can because they're marching aside.
Time of possession, Polk County, 8 minutes, 27 seconds. Chargers 1 minute, 14 seconds. So Chargers are backed up to their 5-yard line. Here's the handoff left side, cutting it back inside. It's Jace Derrick, crosses the 10-yard line, fumbles the football.
Polk County's got it.
And it's Polk County football. Jace Derrick fumbles. He gained 6 yards and then fumbled the football. So a 6-yard gain for Derrick and then a fumble. So it's penalties and turnovers,
which will be the name of my new album.
And Polk County will have the football at the Charger 13-yard line. That's a 9-second possession.
Is that our second turnover tonight?
Yep.
How many penalties?
I've lost count.
I'm guessing we're probably close to double digits by this point.
And now we have a timeout on the field back in 30 seconds. Tied at 6 with Polk County deep in Charger territory on 99.5 FM. Welcome back to Benton, Tennessee, Polk County High School. Concern, Chris, is that all the guys you want touching the football for the Chargers are the guys who have fumbled it this year.
Yeah, it's fumbleitis. It's
Nate Austin's fumbled a couple of times. Ledford's fumbled 3 or 4 times. Jace Derrick has now fumbled twice on the year. So now Polk County first and 10, 13-yard line. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Here's the inside handoff. Hammered at the line of scrimmage. Might have gained a yard. Looks like he's going to gain 2 yards on the play. That was Burgess.
Hammered being the key word. Looked like that was 16 Brandon Webb that come in there and done it from his inside linebacker.
Webb is enjoying his move to inside linebacker.
I believe he is, and he's looking really well.
He said he was called Headhunter as his nickname. And then he mentions the fact that he's got some issues with his neck, and I'm thinking, you don't need to be hunting many heads. I don't believe our lots work very good enough.
We're going to have to get somebody come up here and light a candle for us. So it's been on the whole time.
So under center is Cronin. 1 back in the backfield. Now man in motion. He's going to be back to pass. He's got a guy open in the end zone. Touchdown, Polk County.
How does that happen, Todd? They wasn't a central player 10 yards around the kid. Unbelievable.
Preston Higgins with the 11-yard touchdown reception. And Polk County takes a 12-6 lead, pending the extra point with 1:44 to go.
I never did
first
really
quarter.
buy into it, Todd, but coming into the night, Polk County was the underdog. Everybody you talked to talked about how this probably should be a mercy killing on Central's part. The longer we let these kids in red shirts hang around, the harder this game's going to be.
Well, when you turn the football over and commit so many penalties.
Right.
So here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. Polk County leads it 13-6 with 1:44 to go in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to WYGO Sports. Know the score. Welcome back to Polk County High School as the Wildcats lead the Chargers 13-6, but the place kicker is apparently not out on the field to kick it off.
He may be stunned. He made an extra point.
And here he comes.
There he comes.
And the clock is started. I would know. They haven't even started the play clock. I mean, what gives?
Where are we at again?
I mean, seriously, the play clock had not even started. I mean, you can't give that benefit.
Todd, before we come on air, I was going to say 2 thumbs up to Polk County's offensive line for their pass protection. That's something we definitely not seen this year. And they give the quarterback time to find a wide open receiver in the corner of the end zone.
So here comes the kick. It's going to be an end-over-end kick. Chargers got to get on that, and they do. A live football, and the Chargers will take it at their own 30, maybe the 37 or the 38. Where are they going to mark it? They're going to be the 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yadi Ochoa met Johnny on the spot right there, but it looked like he was hesitant. He didn't know what to do. And as soon as that ball left the kicker's foot, I thought, oh, no, that's trouble.
So Central with good field position at their own 38-yard line with 1:42 to go here in the first quarter. They trail 13-6, so that extra point looms large for the Chargers. Soulsby looked a little nervous on his first attempt of his career. Pitch right side, there's Ledford. Ledford cuts it up to the 40. Back across the 45, out near midfield. They're going to mark him down at the 47-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play for Ledford.
That's a good run by Jordan, but give credit to Nate Austin on the springing block out here on the end. He just absolutely leveled. I don't know if it's the defensive end or outside linebacker, but he decleated that kid, and that's what allowed Jordan to turn it up the field.
And that's one of the reasons they've got Austin playing at wingback. He's a good blocker.
Yeah, that's where he needs to be. Just a well-rounded athlete.
So Farrar split wide left. Under center, Reed. Reed's going to pass it. Throw it downfield. Up in the air. Incomplete as he just lobbed it out there that time.
I like that, though, Todd. I like it. Second short, take a shot. You got Isaiah, another one of the fastest kids on the team out there one-on-one. Give it a shot and see what happens. Now we can just come back with some little fullback up the middle. We'll pick up his first and start over.
So 3rd down and 1 for the Chargers at their own 47-yard line. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Polk County leads it 13-6. As Central has set up short fields twice for Polk County tonight. Here's the handoff left side. Ledford lowers his head. He's got the first down as he makes his. And he fumbled. Did he fumble it?
He fumbled, and Polk County's got it.
Surely he was down. Surely he was down.
Derek Davis is saying he was down.
And he was down.
I don't know, Todd. I don't know what. Like I said, my 48 years, it's hard to make me speechless, but this is unbelievable.
So 1st and 10 for the Chargers at midfield. 3-yard gain for Ledford.
To steal a line from Coach Hodge, maybe a little pine time is in order to get his attention.
So now the chains haven't moved yet. Now there they go. So Reed under center. End around goes to Farrar. Farrar loses his footing. He had 2 blockers out in front, but falls at the line of scrimmage.
He had one guy to beat. That would have been number 11 for Polk County. But there's no lights in here. I can't see my roster. Was that Caden Kennedy? No.
11 for Polk County is Nathaniel Martin.
That's the only kid that Isaiah had to beat, and then he could have been to the house.
And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. So Polk County leads Central 13-6 back in 60 seconds on 99.5 FM.
99.5 WYGO.
Chargers have the football, 2nd down and 10 as we begin the second quarter. They trail Polk County 13-6. Football at midfield.
Well, Todd, first quarter nerves are gone. Let's take control of this game and do what we need to do.
Hand off Ledford. Ledford goes off right tackle. He's got the 45. He's to the 40. Still on his feet. 35. But he's got that football dangling out there like a loaf of bread.
I talked to Coach Bob Lambert pregame warm-up down on the field, and he said they've been on him, telling him, but he just cannot break the habit that when he takes a hit, instead of wrapping that football up, he wants to just carry it out there like a loaf of bread.
19-yard gain for Ledford. Central first and 10 at the Polk County 31-yard line.
Todd, Polk County can't tackle Ledford. I mean, that's obvious.
He's got to hold on the football.
He's going to hold on the football. They have no answer for that.
So Ezra Reed under center back in the power I set. Hand off Ledford. Ledford going off left tackle. Ledford breaks the line of scrimmage. Ledford into the secondary. Ledford takes cuts inside the 10, down to the 5.
They can't tackle him, Todd. Now hold on to the football, guys. First and goal at the 5. Good job of Nate Austin and Jay Derrick on the lead block and now the power I set, and give the Charger offensive line credit. First time all year they were actually moving somebody down the field.
26-yard gain for Ledford. He has 2 carries, 45 yards in the last 2 plays. He's got 4 carries, 57 yards on this possession.
That was big Isaac Dean and Seth Holliday over here blocking on the line on that left side that allowed Jordan to get that good run. 65 yards on the night. Inside handoff. Falls loose. Fumble.
It's a bad handoff. Reed didn't complete the handoff, and who got the football? Did we get back on it? Whew, Central got lucky if they got back on it.
Polk County's holding it.
Nope. It's Polk County football.
I'll tell you right now, Todd Loveday, I've seen all I want to see. If I'm Derek Davis, all 3 of them running backs are sitting on the bench, and I don't care if I got to play 3 7th graders. I'm going to put somebody in there that's not going to fumble.
I think that one might be in the high handoff, Chris. I think he missed his breadbasket on that one.
Well, we'll take the quarterback out, too. This is beyond ridiculous.
So Polk County will get the football back. 3rd turnover of the night for the Chargers, and Polk County will have it first and 10 at their own 5-yard line. Now, let's don't have a 15-yard penalty to let them out of the shadow.
Let them out, but that's probably coming.
So under center, Duncan.
They moved.
And Polk County jumps. That'll be half the distance.
That was my cousin, Nathaniel Martin, moving for Polk County. I'll go ahead and claim him.
So first down and 12 now from the Polk County 3.
Maybe I can score an extra Christmas gift after this game.
You got to be gentle.
All right, I'll be gentle.
10:37 to go in the half. Polk County, after that turnover, has the football at their now own 3-yard line. First down and 12.
Todd, have we created a turnover this year on defense?
Surely we have. I'd have to go back and study it.
Now would be a good time for one.
Yeah, they had an interception and a fumble against Tellico.
That is correct.
So Duncan under center. Handoff. Inside. Run. Piled up near the line of scrimmage. Is that football loose?
Well, I don't know if he got back to the line, Todd. Looked like it's close to the goal line. Now they're going to mark him out at the 2.
So carrying the, was that Burgess again?
He got in the middle and everybody piled on. I couldn't tell what. It looked like a rugby scrum. I couldn't see what was going on.
So we'll say second down and 12 to Polk County, or actually second and 13 to Polk County 2 now.
More importantly, Nate Austin come out of the pile limping. Now he's coming out of the game. Ezra Reed's going to replace him, and Nate's hobbling off the field. That's not good. When it rains, it pours.
So Chargers, almost like a wide tackle 6 formation for a minute there. Talk about an old formation. Inside handoff once again. Gained 1 yard on the play. That had to be Burgess. And it was indeed, we'll say it was Burgess.
I just seen an offensive lineman. I never seen a ball carrier get up.
So a gain of 3 on the play will bring up 3rd down and 10 from the 5-yard line.
Okay, guys. No penalties. No busted coverage in the secondary.
Surely they won't throw it here, will they? We got nothing to lose.
They got nothing to lose. And you know as well as I do, Rusty Brewer wants this game just as bad as the Davis family does, so there's no telling what will happen on this play.
So Chargers break the huddle. Chargers. Polk County breaks the huddle.
Rusty Brewer wins this game. He'll be the mayor of Polk County.
2 tight end set. Inside handoff. That's Burgess. Burgess will not gain, 2 yards on the play. Bring up 4th down and 8.
Is Burgess the only running back they got, Todd? They're running him in the ground.
Well, they've been running him a lot. They did get the 8-yard carry earlier by Nathaniel Martin. Burgess has 9 carries, 25 yards. on the night. As they've not gained a lot of yards,
they haven't.
Central set them up with short fields.
No.
And that's another fumble inside
the 3. The second week in the row.
And three times this season. We did it against Tellico as well.
Now field out Isaiah and run with it.
Isaiah fields the punt at the 45-yard line, going across the right side to the 40. Cuts back at the 35, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. 13-yard punt return for Isaiah Farrar.
Good return by Isaiah.
That's a 38-yard punt, 13-yard return.
I was hoping when the return was developing, he would have kept taking that outside. I believe he has the speed on the Polk County kids, but he turned it back in for whatever reason. But give him credit, it is a nice return.
So 1st and 10 for the Chargers. They're at Polk County's 32-yard line. Chargers with good field position. They must hold on to the football to do something with it. Power I formation. Handoff. It's Ledford. He's going off left tackle. Cuts back. Going back to his right. He's at the 25, to the 20, 15, 10. Stiff arm at the 5. Touchdown. Nope. Out of bounds. Out of bounds. They're saying he's out of bounds at the 5. So at the side of the stiff arm, he stepped out of bounds. They're going to give him the 4-yard line.
Great look.
28-yard gain.
Stiff arm was Marcus Allen-esque. The line judge on the press box, the home side, he signals touchdown, but the other guy on the other side says he stepped out at the 5, and I guess we'd have to go with him. He was right on it.
Inside the 4-yard line.
So they're going to give him the 4-yard line, a 28-yard gain for Ledford. And Ledford has how many yards at this point? 28-yard gain for Ledford gets him to he's got 95 yards here in the first half already. Handoff, Ledford. Touchdown, Ledford.
And we held on to the ball. We didn't fumble. What a concept. We're going to go for 2, Todd.
And the Chargers are going to go for 2 from the 3-yard line. Is there a flag on the play?
There is a sideline warning against somebody.
Sideline warning against Polk County. I'm surprised anybody could be interfering with the side that far down. What official would be back here?
That's just like our first unsportsmanlike conduct. We deserved it. It happened, but he was right behind the official that threw the flag. No way the official seen it. And now we get a sideline warning, and the ball's down at the goal line.
And it's against Polk County.
It's against Polk County. Go figure. It is Friday the 13th, Todd.
Power I set. Going for 2. Ledford hitting the backfield. Falls forward. Did he get in? He did not get in. 2-point conversion, no good. The score 13-12 Polk County with 7:36 to go in the first half on 99.5 FM. Back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Polk County High School as the Wildcats lead the Chargers 13-12.
Todd, do you agree with that call to go for 2?
I think he's lost. He may have lost some faith in his place kicker after that first attempt. I'm not sure.
Well, it's his first attempt of his life. So let's get. I mean, it's early. No need to go for 2 there, in my opinion. Let's build some confidence in the kid.
So Hud Cox to kick off. He's had one really good kickoff tonight, and we'll see his second kick of the night. After that first kick, Polk County had to set up at their own 13-yard line as he kicked it over the head of the returner. This one's going to be a little shorter. It'll be picked up at the 14-yard line across the 20, to the 25, to the 30, right up the middle of the 35 to the 40. Trying to get to the edge, he's at the 50. And Novice Cox brings him down finally along the sideline, but they're in Charger territory with a short field.
That was Levin Hards for Polk County. Great return, just came right up the middle, then broke it out to the left, and there was not a central guy around nowhere.
10, Levin Hards with a 45-yard return for Polk County. First and 10 at the 41 for Polk County, and once again, excellent field position for Polk County.
Well, with only one time tonight they've had bad starting field position. The rest of the time, they've been 20 yards away.
So the freshman quarterback, Cronin, under center. Here's the handoff. Back up the middle's Martin. He's at the 35-yard line, falls forward, and he'll make his way down to the 32, gain of 9 on the play for Martin.
That's the same wing-back counter, wing-back misdirection that we run with Farrar. Martin running it for Polk County, doing a good job.
So 2nd down and 1 for the Wildcats at the Charger 32-yard line. 6 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the first half. Polk County leads at 13-12. Central's missed an extra point, and then they missed the 2-point conversion just moments ago. 2nd down and short. Let's see if they go play action. Chargers jump offside instead. Hard count.
He just didn't draw somebody offsides. He drew the entire defensive line offsides.
That's going to give them 1st and 10 now at the Charger 27-yard line. I'm losing count of penalties.
It's absurd.
So Gavin Dunkel enters the game.
2nd and 1.
Zach Mitchell, other tight end, makes his way to the sideline.
They got a 1st down for the Wildcats.
I bet they're going to run it Dunkel's side.
It might be a good idea.
You've also got Martin over there to block. So here comes a man in motion. Here's the inside handoff. It's Burgess. Burgess goes off right tackle.
Fumble.
Loses the football. Then they're going to say forward progress is stopped. He'll be marked
Burgess on the carry.
It's
at the 24-yard line.
Sorry, Todd. It's amazing how when we fumble, it goes right into the hands of the opposing team. When the opposing team fumbles, it bounces back to them like a basketball.
2nd and 7 after a gain of 3.
So 3-yard gain there for Burgess. 2nd down, 7 for Polk County. The Charger 24-yard line. 5 minutes, 50 seconds, clock running left here in the first half.
And Polk County gets the ball, start second half, correct?
That is correct. Need a stop here. Chargers turnovers in the first half, 3. And that's the difference in the ball game. Cronin. Handoff. Burgess breaks a tackle in the backfield. Whistle, or a flag rather, on the play.
Burgess on the carry.
That's in the neighborhood of holding.
Gain of 2 for Burgess, but let's see what the whistle
is holding.
It was indeed holding?
Yes.
We'll back him up.
Anytime the umpire throws that flag into the middle of a scrum, you can pretty much count that's going to be a hold.
So that was probably downfield a little bit, maybe a yard. So they're going to mark it from the 23. Should go back to the 33. So 2nd down and 16 from the 33 should be what we see, and it is what we see.
Now, Polk County helped us out with one of their penalties. Now we need to take advantage with the defense here.
Let's force a turnover.
Let's force a turnover, or let's just have two tackles at the line of scrimmage or behind it, and let's get the ball back.
So Cronin under center. Chargers with a 4-man front. A linebacker creeping up. Back to pass is Cronin. He's under pressure. Middle screen to Burgess. But coming back from behind, was that Burns?
That was a great play, whoever it was.
No, it was Isaac Dean.
Isaac Dean. He was on the rush. He got suckered in by the screen. He realized it was a screen, turned around and hustled and drug Burgess down by his shirt tail.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 3rd down and 15 at the Charger 32-yard line for Polk County.
Great play by Isaac Dean.
4:44 remaining in the first half. Polk County has dominated time of possession tonight.
The most overrated stat in football, Todd.
Except for tonight. 13-12. But it matters what you do when you possess it, as John Madden would say.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how long you possess it if you don't do anything while you possess it. So Cronin under center. Man in motion, left side. They fake it, now coming back around the other way. Breaking a tackle in the backfield. Hit hard, but falling forward. Carrying the football that time, number 36, Alex Williams.
Number 24, Jesse Shirk, had him in the backfield for a loss, but he got away from Shirk. Ended up picking up positive yardage, but now it's still 4th and 6.
So a gain of 5 on the play. No, wait, they get him down to the 23. A gain of 7 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and 8.
Big play in his first half.
They gave him 9 on the play.
I believe Coach Brewer's going to let the clock run. He's going to call a timeout with 1 second on the play clock. Talk about this 4th down call.
4th and 6, the Charger 23-yard line. It appears to be exactly what he's going to do. Clock now down to 3 minutes, 25 seconds and counting.
Smart move by Coach Brewer. Even if they don't get it, he's taking time off. That's less time the Chargers will have.
And now he calls timeout with 3:19 to go. Back in 60 seconds on 99.5 FM. Welcome back to Polk County High School. 3 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first half. Wildcats lead at 13-12. They have the football. 4th down and 6 at the Charger 23-yard line. First thing, don't jump off sides and give them a 4th and 1.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, that middle is wide open here. Handoff. Going around right end is Martin. He's got the first down.
Easily got the first down. He wasn't touched till he was 7 or 8 yards down the field. How does that happen?
10-yard gain for Martin. It's 1st and 10 Polk County at the Charger 13-yard line.
Martin, number 11 for Polk County. And that's a first down. Rogers Tire.
I'll tell you right now, Todd, if Polk County punches it in here, then they get the ball to start the second half. This could get bad for the Chargers.
So 3 minutes to go in the half. Polk County with it 1st and 10 at the Charger 13-yard line. They lead 13-12. Freshman quarterback Cronin has had a good night. Handoff. Martin cuts it right, breaks it back inside. Still on his feet inside the 5. They're going to mark him down at the 4.
That kid's just a load to bring down.
Gain of 9 for Martin, number 11. 2nd down and 1 at the central 4-yard line.
Isaac Dean hit him, and then Martin just took Isaac Dean for a ride for about 3 or 4 yards.
So Cox makes his way to the sideline.
Polk County has found something over here on this right side.
So Cronin under center. There goes Martin again. Now it's the inside handoff. Burgess. Burns grabs him by the jersey and pulls him backwards.
Yeah, good job of Burns.
No gain on the play, or did they give him a yard? No gain.
I was going to say, if they give him a gain on that, hold on.
So 3rd and 1 now at the Charger 4-yard line.
No gain. It's 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats.
Or are they talking about measuring?
Well, official timeout. Looks like they may be. Yep, here comes the change.
Well, I guess he did gain.
How do you gain when you're falling? When you're being pulled backwards by your jersey?
So now they are going to indeed. Are they measuring or not?
They're going to measure. They give him the first down, Todd.
So did they just give it to him without the measurement?
That's no.
Here they
come.
Timeout for a measurement on the field.
I'm confused.
I guess they were over there flipping a coin to decide if they want to come out and measure it or not.
So here comes from across the way the chains. I didn't think he gained any yards.
I didn't think he did either.
He gained close to a yard, apparently.
I don't know how you gain it. Like I said, you gain yards falling backwards, but he did.
And it is first down, Polk County. So 1-yard gain for Burgess. It's 1st and goal at the Charger 3.
Rogers Tire, first down for Polk County.
Very interesting.
Got to make plays. Got to stop turning the ball over, and this is what happens when you don't.
This is exactly what happens. And now it's become contagious, and it's going to set in as a mindset. They're going to start expecting it. And instead of playing to win, they're going to start playing hoping to win, and there's a difference.
So 1st and goal at the Charger 3. Need a big stop here by the defense. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Polk County leads it 13-12. Under center, Cronin. In motion, Martin. Inside handoff, Burgess. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Polk County.
Just goes right over the right tackle. Like I said, Todd, they found something over here on this right side, and Burgess could have ran that to the state line, and nobody would have touched him.
They picked on Ridge a little bit there. That's going to make it 19-12, pending the extra point.
Picked on Ridge and looked like Jackson Locke over here. Just a gaping hole on the right side. And now, no, Polk County's going to kick the extra point.
So in to kick for Polk County, Jace Gorman. Kick is up, and it is
good. No good.
No good. It went off the upright. No good.
I thought it went off the upright to be good, but evidently not.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Polk County leads the Chargers 19-12 with 1:42 to go in the half on 99.5 FM.
This week's community leader of the week is Mr. Norman Shock of McMinn County. Norman has been a member of Woodmen of the World organization since 1963. Every Christmas, he gives 25 food baskets to families.
So they answered. We go down and score.
Ministries and builds ramps for the disabled
in 2 plays. They get a big kickoff return and just march it right down the field.
Yeah.
56 years of outstanding leadership.
And this is supposed to be the small, inexperienced Polk County team.
They got some. Martin's a senior, 11.
Yeah,
right.
What's Burgess?
Welcome back to Polk County High School as a couple of seniors carrying the load for Polk County tonight, Nathaniel Martin and Timothy Burgess.
So much for the young, inexperienced scouting report we were given.
Chargers scored in 2 plays. Punched it in from 32 yards out in 2 plays by Jordan Ledford to pull within 1. They went for 2, didn't make it. And then Polk County with a 45-yard kick return to set up the Charger 41-yard line. Traveled in 8 plays. Overcoming a 10-yard penalty in that time frame. And punched it in to take the lead, to extend the lead 19-12. Here's the return. That's Ledford at the 15-yard line to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, up the middle of the 35 to the 40. And that time, 2 hands on the football as he was hit.
He was carrying it like a loaf of bread, but that time when he got hit, he did put 2 hands on the ball.
So out to the 41-yard line for Ledford. Be a 30-yard return for Ledford. And 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the 42-yard line.
Did we get crazy here, Todd, or we just content to go in at the half?
I think we just try to run it for chunks because that's what we've been able to do.
That's exactly right.
You can move pretty quickly if you're getting 15, 20 yards carry.
We got what? We got 2 timeouts left?
2 timeouts. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. 1:34 to go in the half. It's a pass. It's open to Castillo, and in and out of his hands at the 45-yard line of Polk County. Good pass.
Great. The best pass we've had all year. Finally had pass protection. Finally had a quarterback to get a good throw off. He throws a frozen rope to Castillo, and it goes right between his hands.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 now for the Chargers at their own 42-yard line.
That was a good-looking throw by Ezra Reed. And if Tristan catches that ball, he may still be running.
So Novice Cox will bring the play in from the sideline.
I guess Derek Davis answered my question.
19-12, the score. Polk County on top, 1:29 to go in the half. Polk County will get the kickoff in the second half. Chargers may do an onside kick to start the half. Reed, inside handoff. That's Derek. Hit the 45 to the 50. Ooh, he stumbles as he crosses midfield, but he'll have the first down at the Polk County 47-yard line.
Once again, the infamous grass monster catches our running back when they're in the open field.
11-yard carry for Derek. 1st and 10 Chargers now at Polk County's 47.
Polk County must have borrowed that player from the Teleco.
Yeah, because we tripped several times.
Oh, my goodness. I can remember 4 off the top of my head that were 4 touchdowns.
Reed under center. Pitch, right side Ledford. Ledford has blockers, but he's caught in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Back to the 49-yard line. First time tonight Ledford's lost yardage. He lost 2.
I'm sorry, Todd. Number 60 for Polk County was in the backfield when the ball was snapped.
2nd down and 12. Now at Polk County's 49-yard line, and we have timeout on the field with 58.9 seconds to go in the half. Back in 30 seconds, you'll listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM. 58.9 seconds to go in the half. Chargers have the football. 2nd down and 12 at Polk County's 49-yard line. Polk County leads it 19-12. Polk County will receive the kickoff to start the second half.
Todd, I don't know what pass play it was. We first down when we had the pass play to Tristan and he dropped it. But I'd go back to that or something similar to it. That was a good-looking play. Best pass play we've had all year.
Here it is, rolling out to his right. Downfield. There's Ledford on the seam at the 30. That's 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Chargers. The seam to Ledford for 6. 49-yard completion to Jordan Ledford.
Have we found a passing game?
I believe we found a passing game.
Wow, that is 2 great-looking passes by Ezra Reed. Throwing them spirals, tight spirals on the line, hitting the receiver in stride. And like I said, if Tristan catches that on first down, I believe Castillo's running for a touchdown.
So 50 seconds left in the half. Chargers pull within 1. They've actually put 7 on the board, but it should be 19-18.
Let me go ahead and beat you to it. Somebody down here's got Chris Martin math.
You did beat me to it. I was going to say it. We have timeout on the field. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Polk County High School. Chargers are going to go for 2.
So I'm guessing we've just abandoned the extra point.
Well, so far tonight we have. But it would be so sweet for him to come in and kick a field goal at some point, wouldn't it?
It would.
So Chargers are going to go for 2. In the north end zone. That's the left on your radio dials toward Etowah. Handoff up the middle. Ledford, 2 points. Chargers lead it 20-19. We'll take a 60-second break and listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM.
And Capstar Bank, we're listening.
Maybe that's what we needed to get us going.
And loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personal.
Ledford is just having his way with him.
Well, it's like Coach Davis talking about in the summer. See, Chris, they don't have no back tackle him.
He's gonna have 300 yards of offense tonight if they keep feeding him. He had 95 early in the second quarter.
Yep. Hold on to the freaking ball.
Hey, Charger fans, come out to L&M Motors.
Now we got to hold them.
Right, yeah, we're not out of the woods. I've seen this movie.
Our dollar special going on now.
Onside kick, I'm calling it.
Where huge horsepower gets you huge savings. And remember, L&M Motors is your original home of the no-dock fee since 1966. L&M Motors, 1001 South White Street, Athens.
20-19, Chargers finally take the lead here in Polk County with 50 seconds to go in the first half on a 49-yard pass completion from Ezariah Reed to Jordan Ledford.
Todd, like you said off the air, now we got to stop him.
Here's a squib kick from Hud Cox, picked up at the 20-yard line to the 25, back across the 25, brought down by his jersey. That's not a horse collar.
And well, the referee's got the flag out. Here it comes.
Did he call a horse collar?
He sure did.
That was a jersey. Maybe he's being overruled.
I hope so. Of course, the Polk County faithful over here, they're screaming for it.
No, he's not. There's no overrule going to happen.
That is not a horse collar penalty.
He grabbed the jersey, not the collar. They're still discussing it.
We're discussing it.
And he's going to call it. That's a bad call.
That's horrible.
Well, that's going to give him 15 yards from the 27 out to the 42-yard line.
It's a good thing the FCC's monitored this, Todd. I'd have something to say about that one.
It's going to actually put it out to the 43-yard line, as that was not a horse collar. They called the Chargers. That was Chambly, wasn't it, with a tackle?
I believe so, yes.
It was. I mean, he grabbed the side of his jersey. And he got a good handful, and it stretched it pretty far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was obvious.
Now, Earl Campbell's jersey would have come off back in the day.
Yeah.
It'd have been a tearaway.
He definitely had the jersey, but he didn't have the shoulder. If he had the shoulder pad, the jersey wouldn't have ripped out that far.
All right, here comes the fake to Martin, and they faked the end around. I don't think they meant to. They missed the handoff, and Cronin's going to lose all the way back to the 38-yard line. That's Ryland Ridge.
Yeah, Ryland Ridge just leveled him. Looked like there's a mix-up in the backfield with Cronin and the running back, and Ryland Ridge was there to take advantage of it. That is definitely what we needed on that play, Todd.
Loss of 5. That'll bring up second down and 15.
Looks like Rusty Brewer said, let's just go to the locker room and be done with it.
And that's going to be the end of the first half. Chargers come back to take the lead in the final minute, 20-19, and it's halftime here at Polk County. I want to remind you that Charger football is brought to you in part by East Tennessee Auto Outlet, Star Regional Medical Center, McMinn Primary Care, Hiwassee Builder Supply, L&M Motors, Capstar Bank, Osmond Flooring, and Denzo. We're going to return. We're going to bring you tonight's Meet the Chargers feature. Halftime at Polk County, 20-19, Chargers on top. You're listening to Central Chargers football on WYGO Sports, 99.5 FM. Know the score. I'll do that after the game. Here's the kick. It's a short end-over-end kick. Will be picked up at the 15-yard line. He's across the 20, the 25, to the 30. Breaks a tackle at the 30 and makes his way out to the 34-yard line. A 19-yard return for Polk County.
Polk County's starting off in good field position to start the second half. I'd like to have seen that ball carrier tackled about 10 yards further back.
So Polk County on offense. First here in the second half. It's first down and 10 at their 34-yard line.
Right here, Todd, is where the doctor has ordered a quick 3 and out, and let's get the ball back.
So Cronin makes his way out onto the field. Inside handoff, that's Martin. Martin across the 35. A little bit better success that time stopping Martin as he makes it out maybe to the 36-yard line.
Ezra Reed coming up from the safety position and stopping Martin. That's that same wingback misdirection that I told you about earlier we run with Farrar. And second and 8's a lot better than second and 1 what they were getting in the first half with that play.
So that's probably their most productive play was the run to Martin in the first half.
Yes. Over the right side, and right back to it, Todd. They're going to the right side again.
Maybe it's Alloway at linebacker that they're picking on, because he hasn't always played there.
Hey, well, he is kind of small for a linebacker on that side.
So here's the handoff. Left side goes Burgess off left tackle across the 40-yard line. He's going to be brought down at the 42. Gain of 6 on the play for Burgess. That'll bring up third down and short.
Ezra Reed in there again, along with Isaac Dean.
Third down at almost about 3 yards.
Actually, they're going to move him back to the 30. Excuse me, to the 41-yard line. That'll bring up third down and 3 for Polk County.
Even across the way from where we are, Todd, up here in this press box, wearing these headphones and listening to you speak, I could still hear Brent Massagill saying, watch the ball. I believe they've talked about that.
10:33 to go in the third quarter. Central on top, 20-19. Polk County inside handoff.
Good play.
He's stunned. They got him at the line of scrimmage. Did he gain any yards? Maybe one.
Maybe one at the most. The yard marker guy was moving before the ball was even blown dead. Still fourth and a long one, maybe 4th and 2.
We're going to say 4th down and 2 at the 42-yard line.
First hard decision tonight for Rusty Brewer, and it looks like he's going for it.
I'd go the hard count. It's worked a couple of times already.
I'd at least try it one time.
And I would, more than likely, that's what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to call timeout. As he's taking his time with Zach Mitchell getting the play in. Clock running, 9:53 remaining in the third quarter. 20-19, Central on top. Polk County facing a 4th and 2.
And now the back judge has started his count. Coach Brewer took a long time getting that play in.
Middle school baseball tryouts are at 11 a.m. tomorrow. 11 a.m. as Donnie Coward is listening, and he texted me.
And there's the flag, Todd.
And that's going to be a delay of game. Wow. I mean, the hard count's there, but now 4th and 7, it won't do you any good.
It's almost like he done that intentionally. He's not upset or he's even clapping.
Maybe he wanted more room for his punter.
I was getting ready to say, now I understand in college and pros you have this theory, more room for your punter, but at this level.
This is 63 yards to the goal line.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
There aren't many pros going to put it 63 yards.
And some of the Polk County faithful sitting here in front of the press box, they're not happy. Evidently, they didn't get the memo of what was going on.
So back deep for the Chargers is Farrar.
And did we jump?
No, I think Chargers called timeout. So that's strange. Chargers call timeout. Maybe they didn't have enough players on the field. We'll take a break. Back in 30 seconds, Chargers lead Polk County 20-19 on 99.5 FM.
We had 10 players.
10
players.
And time to score big with huge savings on new flooring for your home.
56.
At Cosmic Flooring Discount Outlet.
Brant's Cox.
100% waterproof luxury vinyl plank flooring starting at just $199 a square foot. Luxury 60.
He's a big freshman.
Starting at just 99 cents a
Huh?
square foot.
He's 6 foot 190. Brant's is.
He's a freshman?
Apparently, that's what it says.
Yeah, him and Novice are twins.
Welcome back to Polk County High School, as it was a freshman who wasn't out there on kick return or punt return team. We won't tell on him.
I bet his brother will get on to him.
His brother might. Well, that kind of narrows it down on who it might have been. And it wasn't Novice or HUD. So there we go. So
the first one that calls in with a correct answer wins a case of Mountain Dew.
So Farrar is back at his 31-yard line awaiting the punt, which will be snapped from the 37 of Polk County. High snap. Get it away. It's going to land short at the 37-yard line and take a Polk County roll back to the 31. 32-yard punt, no return, and the Chargers will take over on offense with good field position at their own 31-yard line.
Exactly what we needed, Todd. A 3-and-out, a punt, starting in good field position. Now we picked up momentum in the end of the first half. We turned back on the turnovers. Our passing game looks great. Finally got some blocking. Ezra showing a good arm.
And my 18-minute time of possession was accurate. I went back to add it up.
Are you kidding me? We only had 5 or 6 minutes of time of possession.
Big plays.
Wow. And now we're fixing to get hit with illegal substitution. Nope.
So under center Reed, power I formation. Ledford hitting the backfield. He gains no gain.
Polk County surely talked about that at the half. Big number 54, Bo Frank, a 6'1", 245-pound sophomore, was in there on the tackle.
So no gain for Ledford. 10 carries now, 97 yards for Ledford in the ball game. Second down and 10 for the Chargers at their own 31-yard line. 8:41 to go here in the third quarter. Central leads at 20-19.
I believe with them keying on Jordan, I believe we're a little play action fake on that play right there. We'll have a tight end wide open going down the seam, maybe a split end down the sideline.
We got a fellow that can throw it.
And we do.
Reed pitches, right side, Ledford. Ledford has the corner. 35-yard line, out near the 40-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 39. Gain of 8 on the play for Ledford.
Good run by Jordan around the right end. Can't tell being that far away how he was holding the ball, but we didn't fumble, so that's good.
Actually, let's give him a 49-yard gain there for Ledford. So 3rd down and 1 at the 40-yard line for the Chargers. It's a long one as they got to get just beyond the 41-yard line for the first down.
Going back to our power eye.
So under center's Reed. It's Ledford going off left tackle. He's got the first down and more as he crosses the 45-yard line out to the 48. 8-yard gain for Ledford after the 9-yard gain on 2nd down. So 3 carries, 17 yards, and a first down for Jordan Ledford.
Seth Holliday, Isaac Dean doing a good job over here on the left side blocking. Jace Derrick and Brandon Webb also doing a good job from the running back position, blocking for Jordan over here on the left side.
8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chargers lead at 20-19. They have the football at the 48 line.
Novice Cox is in here at the tight end, split end. Has he been on offense this year?
So, yeah, he's been coming in some.
Okay.
It's going to be a quarterback sweep around the right side. He's across the 50-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, however, near the right at the 50. So a gain of 2 on the play for Ezariah Reed.
That was just a slow developing play. Of course, it was to the short side. My pet peeve, running wide to the short side of the field. He had 3 or 4 blockers out there for him. He just couldn't get anything going because the sideline was extra defender.
Did your man Gus Malzahn ever call those?
Oh, don't even get me started.
So the Chargers with the football, 2nd down and 8 at midfield, 7:44 to go in the third quarter. They lead Polk County 20-19. It's been the Jordan Ledford show so far on offense for the Chargers, although Jace Derrick's had some good carries as well. Inside handoff. There goes Derrick. He's at the 45-yard line, falls forward inside the 45, down to the 43. 7-yard gain for Jace Derrick. It's like I called his name.
Just right on cue, Todd. They must have us tuned in with their headphones. So quick hit play to Jace right off the left guard, little fullback power there. They was keying on Jordan. They forgot about Jace.
So they're going to say 3rd down and 1. They only gave him the 44-yard line.
A little confusion on our substitutions. Tristan Castillo comes in for the split end. Hud Cox is going out. Looks like there's an equipment problem with him.
So 7:05 and counting left in the third.
With Tristan coming in, I wonder if this is a pass play.
I'm hoping not at 3rd and short, but who knows. Power eye set to the left. And Ledford fumbles the football, but falls on it. That was a bad pitch. And Central loses back to the 46-yard line.
Was it supposed to have been a pitch or a handoff? It looked like a combination of both.
Yeah, and that's not what it was supposed to be. So a 2-yard loss for Ledford is going to make up 4th down and 3, and the Chargers are going to punt it away.
Unbelievable. 3rd and 1, and we fumbled. I hadn't seen that all year.
Yeah, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what that is coming out of your speakers, that's my sarcasm oozing out.
The Chargers now have put it on the ground 5 times tonight. They've only recovered 4 of them, or only 1 of them. Polk County's recovered 4 of those. Burns in for the punt. Took his time. Low line drive kick. It's going to take a Charger roll as it goes over the head of the returner, and they're going to down it at the 7-yard line. 39-yard punt, no return. Polk County takes over at their own 7.
That was the ugliest, most effective punt I believe I've ever seen.
So Polk County with the football. Chargers kept it that time for a whopping 3 minutes and 2 seconds. They only had it for 6 minutes the entire first half, but they scored 20 points. So Polk County with the football now 1st and 10 at their own 7. Now here's the time to get a big negative play on defense. Negative yardage play for Polk County, that is. Not negative as in 15-yard penalty or getting gashed.
Yes. We no penalties right here. We got them backed up.
Make them drive it.
Absolutely.
So Polk County late substitutions coming in from the sideline. That's Burgess. He's had a solid night running the ball from the fullback position. And right now they're doing split backs.
Here we go.
No, they're not. Inside handoff, Burgess. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Burns and Jackson Locke in on the play.
So they shot their gap that time.
They did. Burns had him first, grabbed him from behind in the bear hug, and Jackson Locke wrapped him up down low around the kneecaps, and he couldn't go anywhere.
It's a pair of defensive tackles is what you like to see on the fullback dive.
Doing their job.
5 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Central leads Polk County 20-19.
Now if we can just keep from jumping off sides or getting an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against us.
Second down and 10 for Polk County at their own 7. Cronin, the freshman under center. Cronin, handoff, left side. Across the 10-yard line, lowers his head, gets out to the 11. A gain of 4 on the play. Carrying the football that time was Martin.
Once we called Martin's name the very first time tonight, he's done really well since.
That's one of his shorter carries of the night, 4 yards.
That's what I'm saying.
You're having a good night if you have your short carries 4 yards.
Now right here, Todd, is where we got to be disciplined on the screen pass that they've hit us with a couple of times.
Third down and 6 for Polk County.
I had a coach tell me one time in regards to that, if it's too easy, it's wrong. So if you're getting a free run to the quarterback, something's going on behind you.
They're at their own, just beyond their own 11-yard line. The line to gain is the 17. Man in motion. Play action pass. Throws it downfield. Dunkles behind the defense. He dropped the football. Oh, my. He had gotten behind Tristan Castillo at the 37-yard line, but couldn't hold on. It's an incomplete pass. Will bring up 4th and 6.
I was watching the play develop, and Tristan was in good position the first half of the play, but for some reason he come off a Dunkel. I don't know if he thought the quarterback was going to scramble or what, but you can't do that because if Dunkel catches that, oh, my goodness.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 6 now for Polk County at their own 11, and they will punt it away. Standing in his end zone is Cameron. Is that Cameron Coffey, 63? Is that 61, Chris? It's Tanner Meacham, 61. Tanner Meacham. Snap. Punt. Low line drive kick picked up by Farrar at the 44-yard line. He's at the 40. Bringing back near side to the 35. He's got the edge at the 30 and slips and falls for the second time tonight.
He slips and falls and I mean, he wasn't going to go much further than where he got, but still, it's just the point of how many times this year we've had a runner in the open field and they just slip and fall.
A 33-yard punt, 14-yard return for Farrar. And so Chargers will take over on offense at the 30-yard line.
Somewhere tonight, maybe in this possession, Todd, we're going to fake that little handoff to Jordan up the middle. We're going to hit Castillo on a seam route or a curl route, maybe Farrar on a wheel route out of the backfield.
So Chargers with only 15 yards of total offense on their first possession. No, I'm sorry, 19 yards of total offense. Under center, Reed. Inside handoff, Derrick. Derrick cuts back, gets inside the 30. They're going to give him the 29-yard line, gain of 1 on the play for Jace Derrick.
He's brought down by number 63, Cameron Coffey for Polk County. Good play by that young man.
So second down, 9 for the Chargers at the Polk County 29-yard line. 3 minutes, 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Central on top, 20-19.
No need to get the rush. Let's take our time, make sure we're doing everything right. We got the lead.
So Reed under center. Wing T set. Pitch right side, Ledford. Ledford cuts it inside. He's got the 1. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. Still on his feet inside the 10. First and 10, first and goal, Chargers at the 8-yard line. 21-yard run for Ledford.
When Ledford gets his steam going and he decides he's going to throw out that stiff arm, that's illegal in 7 states, I'm sure, because that's just lethal. I believe he ran over 3 guys just with 1 stiff arm. They look like bowling pins falling.
Actually, it's at the 9-yard line. So first and goal from the 9, not the 14. I don't know where they got that. Run left side, that's Derrick.
It's ours.
Derrick's got the touchdown. Jace Derrick, stiff arms for good measure, 5 yards deep in the end zone. So Jace Derrick.
That play was designed to go off left guard, just a little 31 dive, and Jace seen the crease to the outside. Good job of Jace taking it outside. Then he decided he'd punish the safety once he's in the end zone.
So 9-yard carry for a touchdown for Jace Derrick. Chargers extend their lead to 26-19, and they are going to go for 2.
I guess they have totally abandoned the extra
point.
For
tonight, I think they're going to make him master it and then put him back in. Inside handoff, Derrick. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. He's in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. And the Chargers lead it 28-19. You're listening to Central High School football on 99.5 FM. Back in 60 seconds on WIGL Sports. Know the score.
If you enjoy working with the latest in
1 minute, 7 seconds.
is where you want to be.
And all you
Emergency strike. Minutes count. Star Regional Medical Center in Athens and Etowah provides local emergency care that you can count on. You can have greater peace of mind that Star Regional is a chest pain accredited facility, meaning our team has achieved a higher level of expertise to care for heart patients. We are prepared to provide you with quality emergency care when you need it the most. For our average ER wait times, visit starregional.com.
Welcome back to Polk County High School. Chargers have extended their lead to 28-19, a lead that they didn't take until there were 50 seconds left in the first half when they took their first lead of the night on the 2-point conversion.
We didn't have any fumbles or any penalties, Todd. What a concept.
Here's the kick. Low end-over-end kick, and it's picked up at the 15-yard line. He's across the 20. To the 25, brought down at the 27-yard line where Polk County will go on offense, 1st and 10.
It's amazing, Todd, when you clean your act up, how the momentum and the emotion starts going in positive directions for you. Chargers are flying around all over the field, high-fiving each other. Excitement on the sidelines. Maybe we're starting to get our act together.
Now Webb is slow to
get up.
Exit, and we don't like seeing that. He's had a good night at inside linebacker. That was going to require Jordan to come in and play some defense.
And, you know,
and that's the reason they made that move, so Ledford could rest and carry the football more.
Absolutely. And look, it's paid off. I mean, Ledford looks like $1 million, with the exception of a fumble, but he just looks great. Him and Jace Derrick both look good around the ball.
Also got inside linebacker, 24, Jesse Shirk getting some action at inside linebacker. So under center. It's a play action fake to Martin. Passing it out to the left side, and that's
got to be interference.
It's going to be interference on Alloway.
Yeah.
He caught the ball, but he was being tackled by Alloway before the ball got there.
Alloway had the bear hug on him.
That's going to be a penalty against Alloway. It'll be first down Polk County.
Alloway's doing all he can at 5'8", 145 pounds.
At linebacker.
Against
the wing tee.
But, you know,
one of Martin's legs weighs more than Alloway
Absolutely.
does. Not your legs, the Martin on the field.
Well, my leg does too. I probably got a big toe that weighs more than him.
So we're going to mark it off from the 33. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no. He faked me out. He went backwards from the 32. And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Nope. I don't know where he's marking it from now.
What is the rule for pass interference in high school? 15 yards?
From the spot, I guess. If it's beyond under 15, I don't know, but they've marked it at the 43-yard line. It turns out to be a 16-yard penalty somehow.
I was going to say we brought him down around the 29 or the 30. Nonetheless.
So first and 10 from the 43-yard line for Polk County. Here's the handoff, right side. Cutting it back across the 45, falling forward, making his way out near midfield. He's going to get the 49-yard line. That's a 6-yard carry.
And then right on cue, Alloway comes in and makes the tackle.
Number 26. Wait, that wasn't 26. That was 36, Alex Williams. Gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4 from the 49-yard line.
We brought Jesse Shirk in to replace Ledford at inside linebacker, give Ledford some rest so he'll be ready for offense.
And Derrick's still in there.
Yeah, Derrick's not going to go anywhere from that position. He can put a mailbox up right there from that inside linebacker.
So Cronin under center. Formation. Fumble the snap. It's on the ground, and did he get it back?
I believe he did.
So he did get it back. Cronin, no gain on the play. Third down and actually he gained a yard. Third down and 3 at midfield. It's pretty good. Fumble for a yard. Fumble forward for a yard.
A lot of new faces coming in tonight, Todd, on that Charger front line. Number 33, Jesse Shambley.
Dagan Payne's in there. He's overcome that foot injury, playing some defensive tackle on this possession.
It's good to see we're building some depth.
Here comes the end around to Martin, across the 50 to 45-yard line, and they'll bring him down at the Charger 41. Gain of 9 for Martin.
Boy, that kid just looks good running the ball, especially on that play.
Some 9-yard gain for Martin. That'll bring up first and 10 for Polk County. And Burns slow to his feet.
Officials timeout.
They're going to make him come out because they called timeout for him.
That was,
I believe he's got a cramp in his right hamstring.
Rogers Tire, Wildcats first down.
So Polk County with it, 1st and 10 at the Charger 41-yard line. 1 minute, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Central has a 9-point lead, 28-19.
Well, this third quarter has flown by, has it not?
It has, and this is actually Polk County's third possession of the third quarter.
Right here, this position on the field, this is where Isaiah and Ezra Reed and Tristan Castillo, they've got to be heads up right here. This would be a good time for Polk County to run some kind of play-action pass.
So Cronin under center. Handoff. Burgess are off left tackle. Inside the 40. Going to mark him at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3 for Burgess.
Dagan Payne on the tackle, one of those new faces we just mentioned. And now they're rotating 2 in, 2 out. I like seeing that. Actually, 3 in, 3 out.
Actually, they give Burgess 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 from the Charger 39-yard line.
It's been a long time, Todd, since the Chargers could run 3 guys in and out just almost on every play.
So Boosky's back. Boosky's in there playing a little bit of defense. Toby Freeman in there playing defensive tackle. And you got Shirk now at end.
You got Shirk went from inside linebacker to end. I like it.
And Webb's back in there. So under center is Cronin.
Here's the
play action pass. Looking downfield, throws it out in the flat. Almost intercepted by Alloway. Jumped the route. Good coverage downfield as Isaiah Farrar had taken away the deep pass.
Absolutely. Good job, Isaiah. Good job, Jacob Alloway. They've been picking on the little guy over here tonight, and he comes through the big play. He tipped the ball in there, and I don't believe he realized if he looked back up, that ball had landed in his hands.
So 3rd down and 8 at the Charger 39-yard line for Polk County.
Nice job, Jacob Alloway.
And this possession has flown by.
It has.
30 seconds left.
Are you sure that we only have clock problems at Meigs County?
There's 3. No, you weren't down here. You weren't down here several years ago.
Yeah, I do remember that one, yes.
3:05 was when they started their drive.
I take that back.
Back to pass again, looking to his left. Now he's under pressure, rolling to his right. There's holding in the backfield. He's going to be sacked back to the 41-yard line, and that's the end of the third quarter.
Good job by the secondary. Tristan Castillo's all over his guy down here on the 20-yard line. Isaiah Farrar had his guy on this side. Good job by our secondary.
They're going to decline that penalty, I would think. Although it was 7 yards deep, I might take it.
Field position? Are you thinking field position?
What'd they do?
At the 41-yard line.
And they are going to decline the penalty. That's the end of the third quarter. Polk County loses 2 yards to close the third quarter to set up 4th down. Chargers lead at 28-19 after 3 on 99.5 FM. Back in 30 seconds. You listen to Charger Sports on WYGO. Know the score.
This week's Community Leader of the Week is Mr. Norman Shaw.
This ought to be a 42-19 game.
Let's hope.
Should be.
Every Christmas, he gives 25 food baskets to families in need. He supports Cook Ministries and builds ramps for the disabled.
We were too jacked up.
Hiwassee Builder Supply thanks Mr. Norman Shaw for 50
is that pizza place in the Bowater Road? Do you think it'll be open after this?
I don't know. Let's go.
I'm starving to death.
Their nomination to Leader of the Week.
Coming back after this.
HIWbuilders.com.
Welcome back to Polk County High School. Chargers lead at 28-19. It was 20-19 at the half. Polk County punted on their first possession. Chargers traded punts with them. And Polk County went 3 and out, setting Chargers up at the Polk County 30-yard line after a 14-yard Isaiah Farrar return. And in 3 plays, the Chargers were in the end zone. 1-yard run by Derrick, a 21-yard run by Ledford, and a 9-yard run by Derrick into the end zone. 2-point conversion was good by Derrick, and it was 28-19. Now Polk County's going to punt the football away as we begin the fourth quarter. Kicks away.
We didn't have anybody deep, Todd. We were playing conservative, looking for the fake.
Central played safe, and the ball rolls out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A 24-yard punt, and Central will take over as we begin the fourth quarter, 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now, right here, Todd, is where the old slotted wing, power eye, whatever we're going to get in, where it needs to come into play and just run about 8-9 minutes off his clock, punch it in the end zone, and let's go north up 411.
They had 7 plays. One of them was an incomplete pass and took 3 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock.
It's Friday the 13th, my man. Speaking of which, where's that full moon all I've heard about?
Well, I can't. Well, it must be. Is it cloudy? Is it behind us? I don't know. It must be behind us. It's supposed to be a harvest moon tonight. It's supposed to be a big one. So Reed's under center. Handoff. Off right tackle goes Derek. He's still on his feet. Gets across the 20-yard line. Maybe the 22. Gain of 7 on the play. Looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere.
You want to go anywhere, and good hard running by Jace.
We'll give him 7 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 3 for the Chargers at the. Did they get? No, they didn't get the 22. They only gave him the 21. So we'll just give him 6.
And what made it even more impressive was Martin from Polk County was holding on to him, and he looks like a fire plug out there. Just short and stocky, well-built kid. You can tell he's got fullback rolled all over him.
Martin's
playing wingback over.
Martin's 6 foot 200. He's bigger than we think. Well, I think they're lying about that height.
And they're not lying about the weight.
Nope. Ledford going off left tackle. Has to cut it back. He's across the 25-yard line. Still on his feet. Out to the 30. Maybe the 20. Yeah, they're going to give him the 30. 1st and 10 Chargers. 9-yard gain for Jordan Ledford.
Good run by Jordan. Good job over on the left side of the line. Getting him a crease to get the first 2 or 3 yards. Then Jordan cutting it back to his right to pick up the extra yardage.
How funny would it be to keep the football for the rest of this quarter when they haven't had it 12 minutes on, barely all night?
I'm kind of wanting to make up for all these fumbles and missed opportunities. We've left 2 or 3 touchdowns on the field.
And we've done it, last week.
Oh, it's amazing.
We did it against Tellico. Tonight, maybe we'll do it in the second half. There's a handoff off left. I love that little quick handoff off left tackle. And Ledford still on his feet, the 45 to the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, cuts back. Still the football, still in his hands, and he's finally brought down inside the 10-yard line as he reverses field from our 30. And Ledford slow to get to his feet. They're going to mark it inside the 10. They're going to give him to the 6-yard line. 64 yards for Ledford.
Todd, at the risk of sounding like a homer.
No.
Great run by Jordan. I think we ought to reward him.
I love that quick handoff.
I do too. Well, they've taken him out, given him a break. Now we got Shirk and Derek in there.
Derek bouncing it out left side. Derek's in the end zone.
Oh, he just runs over a guy.
And he
throws the flag.
But the touchdown counts.
The touchdown counts, and then he wants to showboat and taunt the guy that he ran over.
Although it was an excellent truck job.
Well, yeah, I mean. Okay, I don't blame you, Jace. If I could run over somebody, I'd do that too.
Dude comes flying up and there's like poink. As Chris Bowman would say.
Todd, I got a mysterious text from somebody, whoever it is, they're listening to us. I don't have your name in my phone. I apologize. I'm sure I know you. They said the moon is somewhere behind the clouds. I've yet to see it from our vantage point.
So Chargers are going to have to attempt the 2-point conversion. I think they assess that on the kickoff, don't they?
Yes.
Well, do you have the option to do it on the try? They do, and they're going to do it on the try.
Wow.
It's going to be the attempt for the 2-point conversion is going to be from the 18-yard line.
Now that makes it 34-19, correct?
It is 34-19.
All right, we're a little slow on the draw.
The touchdown counts. Hey, Wesley, the touchdown counts. We'll need to put it on the board. Yeah, this is only the extra point attempt. The touchdown counted. Yeah.
So a 2-point conversion. Am I saying this right? From the 18-yard line?
Yeah, 2-point conversion from the 18. Same pass to Ledford.
Oh, my. We've got a passing game. Todd Loveday, we've got a passing game at Central.
So it's 36-19.
Ezra Reed throws yet another frozen rope right down the middle, splits the defenders on the seam route, the skinny post, whatever you want to call it, to Jordan Ledford. And Jordan Ledford's going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate after this game.
And that's going to be a Charger lead of 36-19 back in 30 seconds on 99.5 FM.
They did scout underneath Tennessee Auto Outlet. You haven't been by lately. Come by and look at their large selection of trucks. Not only
Chargers take a 36-19 lead as they've scored the last 24 unanswered in this one. 2-point conversion attempt for from 18 yards out. And as Wesley Knuckles said, it's too bad those yards don't count for the passing attack,
right,
which has been non-existent this year.
Well, it's here now. It's here now.
So Reed hits the same pattern again, this time Ledford, and he gets the 2-point conversion.
Can we get a mulligan on the Sweetwater game? Can we play it again?
So Hud Cox to kick. Here's the kick. End over end. Short kick will be picked up by Williams at the 22-yard line. He gets up the left sideline, has something, and then brought out of bounds as he crosses the 35-yard line.
Hud Cox and Tristan Castillo on the tackle over here. Tristan comes up holding his lower back.
So that's going to be a 14-yard return by Williams out to the 36-yard line, where Polk County will take over on offense with 10 minutes, 15 seconds left in the ballgame.
Good sportsmanship by Williams from Polk County getting up. Seen Tristan was hurt that made the tackle. Williams checked on Tristan. They shook hands. I like seeing that.
So 1st and 10 from the 36. I mean, neighboring counties, so a lot of these kids probably know each other a little bit anyway.
Especially from their Little League days. Little League is so big and so important now.
So here's the end around to Martin. Martin, the 40-yard line. He's out of bounds at they're going to say he stepped out just shy of the 45, it appears. Right at the 45, actually. So a 9-yard gain for Martin.
Novice Cox was doing all he could, but 5'11", 220-pound Peyton Chambers had him blocked, and Novice couldn't get away from him to make a tackle sooner.
So 2nd down and a long one, as they actually have to get the 46.5-yard line for a 1st down. 10 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. Central on top by 17. Polk County with 9 yards on 1st down as they try to answer that Central score. Cronin. It's going to be a halfback pass. Burgess in trouble in the backfield. Now tries to reverse his field. He's going to be tackled for a loss back to the 39-yard line.
Great job right there. Great job by the Central defense. Isaiah Farrar not biting on the run play. Stayed with his man going down the sidelines. Jacob Alloway slowing the play down in the backfield, and Ryland Ridge cleaning up, and Jace Derrick cleaning up over there on the end. Good job all around by the Charger defense. Good team effort.
Burgess loses 6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
We hold them right here, Todd, and score again. That's going to break their spirits.
Or long 8, or a long 7, short 8.
Got to be aware of that screen pass. I know I've said it before, but they've hit that screen pass on us 2 or 3 times tonight.
9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining.
Ryland Ridge just went out holding his shoulder. That didn't look good.
So Cronin takes the snap. He's going to pass it. Straight drop back. Under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Junior Grubb for the sack. Back to the 35-yard line.
Good job, Junior Grubb. He got in there on him. Also, is that 50? Is that Isaac Dean?
It is.
Isaac Dean there to help Junior. Good job of both of those young men.
So 4th down and 11 now for Polk County at the 35-yard line. It'll force, nope. Yeah, they're going to punt it. Although Cronin is the up back, and that's probably why they played punt safe earlier on the other side of the field, Chris.
That's correct, yeah. That's a good call, Todd Loveday.
Cronin's had a good night for a freshman. He's looked good.
He sure has. Future's bright. There it is, Todd. There it is.
There's the snap up to Cronin, but the pass is incomplete.
And Jordan Lefford just made that poor kid.
That was Burgess.
Yeah, and I don't know if Burgess will get. If he gets up, that kid's tougher than a pine knot.
So that's an incomplete pass on 4th down.
Jordan Lefford put his helmet right in his exposed ribs, and he did not lay back.
I wonder if that's an old play that Derek's got in his playbook, and that's why he played punt safe earlier, because they sure did. They brought it out there.
They may have, and surely to goodness, Rusty has changed some things up, because I mean you got to know that Derek knows this stuff.
And I'm sure he has, but it's hard to change. It's hard to completely change the system.
Right.
These kids have run it since they've been in middle school.
Yeah, they've run it since preschool down here.
So it's going to be timeout on the field by Polk County. We'll take a 30-second break. Central leads at 36-19 with 8:29 remaining on 99.5 FM.
99.5 WYGO.
Chargers with the football at Polk County's 35-yard line. 36-19, Central on top here, 8:29 to go.
In the 3rd quarter, McMinn County 21, Ooltewah 14.
Sounds like we got a good game south on I-75, Todd, between the Cherokees and the Owls. 21-14 McMinn.
Whoa!
McMinn had to step it up and play a bigger classification this week.
Here comes an end around for Isaiah Farrar. He tries to get the corner. He slipped and fell again.
What is going on?
We got to get him some new shoes.
Jeez. Hey, Todd, is Nate Austin out with an injury? I was thinking before this possession.
He's not come back in since he limped off the field.
Right, he hadn't. We ain't seen him offensively or defensively.
So no gain for Farrar.
This is where we need Wesley Dunkel on the sidelines with the microphone letting us know what's going on.
And now we have another player injured. It's like it's a cramp. Is that Farrar?
I believe it is.
Maybe that's why Ferrara went down like somebody shot him.
Yeah.
That wasn't a sniper. That was a cramp.
No snipers tonight, just cramps.
So we have injury timeout with Ferrara, but it's only a cramp, so I don't want to go to a break because as soon as I do, he'll be off the field.
The grass monster that Tellico brought that was so effective against us, Polk County has borrowed that guy.
So this at least explains this one. Give us some more scores there, Dunkel, or somebody.
I have no idea. I got the McMinn score.
Next week, Chargers will have homecoming as Red Bank will come calling. I want to remind you that middle school baseball will try out at 11 o'clock tomorrow at the Landfill Park, Cook Memorial Field at Landfill Park. It's turf, so you must bring molded cleats. Bring your glove, your hat, your baseball pants, a T-shirt, and molded cleats. Let me repeat that. Baseball pants. Trust me, you do not want to be on shorts and fall on a turf field. Bring baseball pants if you want to go home with all of your skin. Molded cleats, turf shoes, or tennis shoes are fine on that field, but do not metal spikes. You will not be allowed to try out. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders tomorrow, 11 a.m., and also, once again, it's set on September 28th. Now we're going to be back into the action as Ferrara makes his way to the sideline. He's standing up over there, so he's going to be okay. 8 minutes and counting on the clock, and Reed's going to wait before he snaps it. Inside handoff. Into the secondary. With the football is Ledford. Ledford, is he going to take it to the house?
He sure is, and there's that quick handoff, Todd, you were talking about.
Love that play. 35 yards to pay dirt for Ledford. He's over 200 yards rushing tonight.
Jordan Ledford for the Chargers.
And that'll make it 42, pending the extra point. And here comes Soulsby.
Here he comes.
To attempt the extra point.
You know, once again, Todd, it's amazing when you don't shoot yourself in the foot with fumbles, when you don't have penalties, when your offensive line is getting a push and they're blocking for the running back and the quarterback, and now we found a quarterback tonight that's got a laser for an arm. We got some receivers that are catching the ball. My goodness.
Ledford is out of gas.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Here comes Reed. He's going to have to hold because Austin is injured. Austin is apparently injured. Is he on crutches?
I'm looking.
That's not Nate. That's Snook.
Yeah.
That's Snook.
I'm trying to find. I'm looking across the way to see if I can find Nate. I can't see him anywhere.
Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it off the upright. That's too bad. So that one's no good. The Chargers lead it 42-19. We'll take a break. You're listening to Central High School football on 99.5 FM. The Chargers lead at 42-19 here in Benton. 7:51 remaining as Central has scored the last 29 unanswered points in this game.
Kind of feel bad for Soulsby, Todd. He's missed one off the right upright, now he's missed one off the left right. He's due now. It's got to be right down the middle, the next one.
We had a listener, a detective in the Athens Police Force, who told me it's called Bicentennial Park at the landfill.
Oh, that is right. That is
well,
right.
I'm just trying to go by what Donnie said. And then this same detective said he went to City Park. What's he know?
I'm starting to think that detective might be mine and yours biggest fan.
So here's the kick. It's going to be picked up on the run at the 17-yard line, straight up the middle. And he's got something. He's into the 45, to the 50, at the 45, and steps out of bounds at the Charger 44-yard line. So from the 22 to the Charger 44, that's going to be 34 yards on the return for number 10.
With the exception of our penalties and turnovers in the first half, Todd, our kickoff coverage might be the next negative we need to talk about.
Let's just don't dwell on the negatives.
Let's not. We're doing too good.
We don't need to talk about any negative. So 1st and 10 for Polk County. They're at Central's 44-yard line. 7:42 remaining.
That particular detective at the Athens City Police Department, he also corrected me on my grammar and punctuation marks last week in the Sweetwater game.
Who does he think he is?
I don't know. He went to City Park. What does he know?
Professor Schultz. Explain yourself. So we have a whistle, and I don't know what the timeout is for. What's going on here? Oh, the chain gang is...
The chain gang was going to the concession stand, it looks like.
So did the chain break?
Uh-oh.
The chain has broken is what the problem is. So
the 10-yard chain is now a 7-yard chain.
Here's the final score.
Which was commonplace back in the 80s.
Or when Alabama plays.
There was 2 different chains.
Yeah, I guarantee.
One for Ewans and one for Ussens and one for Ewans. So they're fixing the chain across the way. Meigs County over Clinton, 28-0. I told Jeremy Majors today we had a partial regional Farm Bureau meeting today that didn't have anything to worry about playing up in classification. That Clinton didn't have anything for Meigs County, and it proved to be true. Now Polk County's going to take over on offense to the Charger 44-yard line. Cronin with a snap, inside handoff to Williams. He's across the 40. He's inside the 40 to the 35 into the secondary. Finally brought down at the 25. Fumbles the football.
And that is Central football.
They're going to say he's down.
Oh, there's no way he was down.
Down at the 24-yard line. 20-yard gain for Williams.
He's holding his arm. I know the kid got up with his head down, so I thought he knew he fumbled. And that's coming. Wow, the Central faithful's letting the referee know that they did not like that call. When you can hear the booing across the field wearing your headset, that's a lot of booing.
I hate to admit that I've done this, but I stopped keeping up with time of possession in the fourth quarter. I have no clue now what the time of possession was. Oh, well, it's overrated anyway, right, Chris?
That's right, most overrated stat. And wait a minute, isn't Wesley Dunkel our statistician? Shouldn't he be keeping up with that?
I should make Wesley keep up with time of possession. Well, he's already got his shoes off, County, so we won't put that on him too. So Cronin, inside handoff to Martin. This time he's Martin at fullback. Martin with another gash. He's going to get down to the 16-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play for Martin. 2nd down and 2 for Polk County. They're not going anywhere.
No, they're not. And then those kids are not going to quit.
No, they're not.
You can take that to the bank. There's nobody in Polk County going to quit. Big Dagan Payne had him in the backfield, but give Martin credit. Martin slipped away from him, pick up the positive yardage.
So tight end position is Preston Higgins. Let's see if they try to slip him out on the right side. One back in the backfield, and we have timeout on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM. Chargers lead 42-19.
Todd, how long has it been since we've beaten Polk County?
Why'd you have to ask me without me doing proper research? Let me get my crack statistician back on that. Well, actually, he's busy counting. We'll look that up post-game. Here goes the end around. That's Hars. Hars with a good kick return. He's going to lose yardage.
Look at Jace Derrick.
All the way back. Where's this forward progress going to be on this one? He's not getting any because he was still going backwards when he was hit.
Right.
They're going to mark it all the way back to the 24. Hars loses 8 yards.
Jace Derrick was just all over him. And also there's our main man again, Jacob Alloway. They've been picking on him all night, and there he is again going up against the big uglies and making the play. Not every day you see a 5'8", 145-pound linebacker.
It's almost like he's a rover or something. I don't know what you'd call it. There's a man in motion, fake the end around, play action pass, rolling to his left, pass downfield into the end zone is Higgins, touchdown.
What a play.
This quarterback for them can throw it pretty good.
And this kid's a freshman, Todd. That's what, a 30, he threw it from the 30, I'm guessing?
It was a 20 from the 24-yard line. He was at the 30 and hit the guy in stride at the end of the goal line.
Isaiah Farrar had decent coverage on the guy. That's still no excuse, though. We should be getting behind us.
And the professor listened to 2 ball games at once. Professor Detective. It does take skill.
If anybody can do it, that man right there can do it.
He needs to remind me to send him a picture of what I found in a cooler. He'll get a good chuckle out of it. After the groomers from several years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
So, listen. Well, after the 2-point conversion attempt for Polk County first. It's 42-25, the current score. Rolling to his right. Fade in the corner. Actually, it wasn't really a fade. That was intended for Dunkel, overthrown.
Yeah, give Tristan Castillo credit. He had the coverage on Dunkel. Cronin didn't have no choice but just to throw it out of the end zone because if he throws it normal, Tristan's going to intercept that one. Good job, Chargers.
So Chargers lead cut to 17 with 5:29 remaining in the ball game. So Central, I'm going to say Polk County probably doing an onside kick. What do you got to lose?
What do you got to lose?
So anyway, the groomers from a few years ago, and then Urban Meyer talked up the Tennessee program last week after they lost to BYU late night on, I guess, Fox or whatever channel he's on. So I'm walking by a cooler at the Jiffy 7-Eleven, or the Aztecs in Etowah today. Tennessee logo on that bottle, and Meyer, I kid you not, the name on the other bottle right beside it in the cooler.
You know, I was telling somebody at work this week, and I know Urban Meyer's not very popular other than at Florida or Ohio State, but say what you want to about the man. The man can coach football. Now, 5-6 years later down the road, after he's won you a national title or two, he's going to have heart issues and family issues, and one or two assistants are going to abuse their spouse. Other than that, though, you're going to have a winning football program.
Former player murder somebody.
Former player murders somebody. If another former player is a preacher and just an outstanding role model.
Right.
I mean, you get a little bit of everything with Urban Meyer.
Apparently, this is a really bad health issue he's got.
Yeah.
But always comes up when other things are going wrong.
Right again.
So kicking for Polk County is Jace Gorman. I'm expecting an onside kick. No, he kicks it
He
deep.
kicks it away. Who's returning for us, Todd?
Ledford catches the football at the 19.
It was Landon Blair.
Ledford's still with it. Ledford trying to bounce it out to the left side. He's got the sideline. He's at the 45, and he'll go out of bounds.
Yeah.
So that was a 27, or let's see, where are they going to mark him? A 46. It's going to be a 27-yard return for Ledford. And the Chargers will have it on offense, 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
I was hoping to see Landon Blair return that ball.
I was too.
Did Jordan take it away from him?
No, it kind of went toward Jordan. He caught it over his shoulder.
But give Landon credit. He was leading him down the field blocking all 5'5", 125 pounds of him.
Landon's actually grown a lot in the last couple of years. I didn't recognize him at football practice back in July. I said, Landon, I didn't even know that was you.
Right.
So 5:20 to go in the ball game. Central with a 17-point lead. They have the football at their own 46-yard line. Reed under center. Inside handoff. That's Jace Derrick. And Derrick's going to fall forward, making his way out to the 49-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play for Jace Derrick.
Did you notice how Jace had both arms on the ball, Todd?
I did notice that. I think they may have been finally – it's probably been more than emphasized. And there's a special level of emphasis on that in the first – they've not put the ball on the ground in the second half, have they?
They have not. And our penalties, we've had, one taunting penalty, in which I'll look the other way from that because, like I said –
that would have been hard not to do.
Yeah, my goodness.
That was a truck.
That was amazing.
It's like Wile E. Coyote saying, did you get the number on that truck?
Yeah.
Genius. So Reed under center. We got the freshman running back McCormick in there. Straight ahead. Inside the 45-yard line. Still on his feet. They're going to give him to the 41. Was that Jace Derrick?
It was Jace Derrick again, just right up the middle, just dragging people. And now he's a little slow to get up.
10 yards for Derrick on that carry.
This might be the time of the game, Todd, we start seeing a lot of clean white shirts and pants coming in. And right on cue, as soon as I say that, here comes Tristan Castillo and Jordan Ledford.
Yeah, McCormick goes back to the sideline.
Todd, I almost see us throw the ball again.
I think they're getting a whole entire offensive group together over there.
Yep, they are.
So Reed under center, 4 minutes to go. Central with a 17-point lead, trying to milk the clock. Reed, straight ahead, Ledford. Ledford tries to bounce it down. He's going to reverse field. He's got something.
He does. He's gone, Todd.
The 35, 30, 25.
Touchdown.
20, 15, 10. End zone.
My goodness.
41 yards for Jordan Ledford.
And he ran 81 to get it.
Touchdown, Ledford.
This kid's been lights out tonight.
How many yards is that there, Wesley?
Well, 198 plus 41.
No, he's already been over 200.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. Wesley's got his shoes off.
Maybe our detective friend from Athens can tell us.
I don't remember what his last total was. He's counting it up for us now. Chargers now lead at 48-25 with 3:43 to go. 274 yards rushing, a 49-yard touchdown reception, and if he could have gotten yardage on the two-point conversion, that was from 21 yards.
So he's over 300 yards total offense.
Yes.
I'm going to say he's in a good running for player of the week in this area.
I would think so. Hargis was supposed to come watch this game.
I know we're all pulling for Cooper Soulsby right here. This got to be down the middle.
Kick is up.
Nope, left.
Missed it left. It's no good.
He was nailing them in warm-up, looking good.
48-25 the score as Central misses that extra point. And we'll take a 30-second break. Listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM. Well, Chargers have extended or built their lead back out to 48-25 after Polk County broke the 29-point unanswered swing by the Chargers on Polk County's last possession when they took it 44 yards. To cut it to 42-25, Chargers returned the favor after a big kickoff return by Ledford. If you take in Ledford's kickoff return yardage, he's looking up 400 yards. He's pushing 400 yards.
Absolutely. And then Jace Derrick, he's having a good night himself.
400 all-purpose yards. 57 on the kickoff.
And we're doing all this without Nate Austin, another weapon in the backfield. The personnel changes on the offensive side of the ball has paid off for the Chargers, especially when they got the penalties and the turnovers out of their system. Hey, just think where we'd be score-wise if we didn't have the 4 turnovers right now.
Oh, I know. It'd be crazy. The clock would be running.
Yep.
Kick is in over in.
And I'd be home eating because I'm starving.
And there's a kick that goes through Williams' hands. He picks it up at the 8-yard line.
And he's in no man's land.
He's at the 15, and he's going to be brought down in the open field. Now a swarm of Chargers as Shirk first had him. And then Ryland Ridge and Brandon Webb come down and clean it up.
And Yachty Ochoa was in there too, my man Yachty.
Way to go, Yachty.
I love saying that name. Good job, Yachty.
And Yachty's a good kid.
Good kid.
So 1st and 10. Polk County will take over at. And do we have a flag? What's going on?
Do we have a flag?
It appears there was a flag. A chop block. Ooh, that's hard to chop block on a kick.
Was it a blocking below the waist?
Must be blocked below the waist
on the kickoff.
So that's going to move them back. Did anybody hobble off for the Chargers?
I did not see.
Good folks there.
But it looks like we've emptied the bench on the front line, it looks like, Todd. We still got Castillo in the secondary.
Let's call some of these kids' names.
Ezra Reed.
63, Marshall Morgan, who got some playing time against McMinn, is back in there tonight.
He did.
Sammy Walker. There's Grubb at defensive end. I can't catch the other kid. That's 53, Blake Weckman, a junior. Shirk in there at linebacker. McCormick, is that McCormick?
We still only got 10, I believe, Todd.
Is that Chambly?
33.
That's 33, Chambly. Novice Cox is still in there. Farrar's still in.
Castillo's in at the other cornerback.
Handoff right side.
Look at this defense.
Carrying the football is number 12 for Polk County. They started the possession at their own 5. And he's going to make it to the 6. So 12 for Polk County carrying the football. That is Caden Kennedy, freshman.
You know, Polk County's played several freshmen tonight themselves, Todd. You know, Novice Cox and Brant's Cox has been in. We take Novice out, we take Tristan Castillo out, bringing more substitutions in. Landon Blair has replaced Tristan Castillo. Blake Elrod, another freshman, is over here at this defensive back position.
So under center, hand off straight up the gut. He's going to get out near the 15-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 14, gain of 8.
That's Harley McCormick on the tackle.
Carrying the football that time was, once again, number 12 for Polk County. That is Caden Kennedy.
We got several freshmen on the field. That's good to see.
It's going to be 3rd down and a long one at the 14. They actually need just beyond the 15 for the first down. And we don't really, none of the press boxes in the East Tennessee are high enough to tell. McMinn wins it 24-14 over Ooltewah.
Congrats to the Cherokees, a region win for them.
That's going to be a 1st down carry for Polk County. It'll keep the clock moving. Carrying the football that time was 22. Cronin kept it. Is that what happened?
He may have. I know we brought in another freshman, number 35, Adrian Runkles, has come into the game.
So 3-yard carry for Cronin out to the 20 or to the 17-yard line. 2 minutes and counting left in this ball game. I'd like to see McCormick carry it a couple of times, but it looks like Polk County is going to be content to run out the clock. You know the Chargers aren't going to call timeouts. So.
No. And you know right now Derek Davis has got to be just breathing a sigh of relief.
Especially after that halftime score. Cronin keeps it again, coming off left tackle, and he's going to be brought down at the 19-yard line. 2-yard gain for McCormick. Now the key is not getting McCormick hurt for Polk County. He's had some flashes tonight.
Right. And there was Riley Booski in on the play. The little brother making a play right there.
Wind.
And number 35. Adrian Runkles.
What made that door fall? Here, put the chair in front of it. Open it back up, put the chair in front of it.
It's Friday the 13th, man. No wonder the doors are opening on their own.
It's going to get hot on them. Here's a handoff left side. Is Caden Kennedy. He's going to be out of bounds outside the 25-yard line.
Blake Elrod on the tackle. Good job, Blake.
And that's going to be another first down for Polk County.
More wholesale changes for the Chargers. Number 44, Brandon Lake coming in.
That's going to be a 7-yard gain for Kennedy out to the 26. No, it's not a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. I thought he had it. So 3rd and 1 for Polk County with a minute to go. And the clock is stopped.
He went out of bounds, right?
Yep. Yeah, he went out. So Cronin takes the snap, straight ahead, jitterbugs in the backfield, and he's not going to get it, I don't think.
No, they throw him for a loss.
They're going to give him forward progress back to near the line of scrimmage, it looked like. Who was carrying the football that time? Was it Kennedy again?
I believe so.
And it's going to be 4th and 1. No gain on the play. And they're going to punt it away with 35 seconds left.
4th and 1 to the Wildcats.
What would happen to this place if we was to return this punt for a touchdown?
Back deep for the Chargers on that note.
Angel Diaz.
6'1",
145-pound sophomore.
Looks good in his pads.
He does. Good-looking athlete. Chargers got a lot of kids in this 4th quarter. That's good to see. I believe Polk County's going to take a delay game.
Trey Allen out here on the that's not Trey Allen, that's 44. That's Brandon Light. And then we have timeout to avoid the penalty.
Well, now Central's lining up like the game's over. We still got 4.9 seconds.
Yep. I don't think they realize what happened. It's a timeout.
Todd, is it safe to say all eyes are going to be on midfield for this post-game handshake?
Hey, it'll be fine, I think.
I believe it will be as well amongst these coaches. I just wonder what might happen from the cheap seats.
This is
our student body's letting their student body know that this is our house.
So the Evil Empire strikes back.
Actually, if you think about it, it is our house because Larry Davis is on our sidelines.
So 4.9 seconds left in the ball game. And Polk County to punt it away. This will probably wind down the game. Snap, punts away. It's going to be over the head of the punt returner. And that's the ball game. As Chargers win it, 48-25, your final score. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll come back with your final stats. You listen to Central High School football on 99.5 FM WYGO Sports. Know the score.
I started to get anxious. You don't just walk out. Fucking Father, all praise goes to you. Thank you for tonight, and thank you for this win. You receive all the glory in your wonderful name. We pray everybody said. Hey! Hey, Red Rags on field. Red Rags on field. I love you. I love you.